Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well, kicking ass and taking names. So, as you can see, guys, we're doing something a little different today. Not gonna be playing a game. Not gonna be doing this. Not gonna be doing no commentary. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a Stanley Cup playoff bracket. As you guys know, I'm a huge sports nut. Of all sports, hockey, baseball, football, basketball, you name it. I enjoy it. I love it. Always been a Wings fan. Like I said, they were a powerhouse back in the day. Unfortunately, they fell off. Decent year this year. They made a little bit of a run. They were in a playoff spot at one point, but ended up falling apart, unfortunately. Let's start with the Eastern Conference because my Wings are from the Eastern Conference, and why not? So, first things first, we got the Bruins and the Panthers. Basically, it's weird. So, President's Trophy this year, Boston Bruins, one of the greatest single regular seasons of all time. I mean, they set records. They beat my Wings record. One of the greatest regular seasons of all time. A phenomenal team, up and down. And believe it or not, like all their good players are taking less money. They're not taking a ton of money. So I mean, whatever Boston's got going on, they're stacked up and down the line. Phenomenal team. I got the Panthers. Weird thing, but I think the Bees are a little bit. Well, not a little bit. They're a lot better of an overall team. They may be the best team, but you'll be surprised. Stick around to the end of the video. I may not pick the Boston Bruins to win Stanley Cup. Our next matchup, we got the Leafs and the Lightning. Two of my least favorite teams. If you have not noticed, like I said, I'm a Wings fan, and both these teams are in my conference. The Atlantic Division is loaded. So, where do I begin with the Toronto Maple Leafs? I believe it's been 8 years straight since they have not made it out of the first round for the Leafs. They got bounced out by Tampa last year, and I believe the year before. They're very top heavy though. They kind of fall off after that, but they're still a very solid team. Obviously, they're number 2 in the Atlantic. You have their kryptonite. Tampa is also loaded with talent, top to bottom. Tampa Bay could be a thorn in a lot of people's sides here, guys. And I'm worried about them going places. But you know what? I think the Leafs are going to finally do it this year. It's going to go to 7 games, 100%. This will be a 7-game series. And I think the Leafs are going to take it at home. Finally get off the rocker. So we've got the Canes and the Islanders. Now I know currently the Canes and the Islanders are playing right now. I don't know what the score is, but I do know Carolina won the first game. It was a close game. Much about, but I do know, I mean, I've looked at some of Carolina's stats. Their plus minus on some of their players is absolutely insane. Although I do think the Islanders have the best goalie playoffs right now. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Carolina in 6. I think they're the better team. Defense in the playoffs is huge, so I'm gonna give the Canes in 6 in this one. Okay, next we've got the Devils and the Rangers. Two teams that I actually don't. Well, I'm not a big fan of New Jersey, but I actually don't mind the Rangers. So, very solid team. A lot of goal scoring. Like I said, Jack Hughes is a elite superstar, up and coming. Rangers. I think the Rangers might have the best overall roster in the playoffs. Now they got Patty Kane, they got Tarasenko, Kreider. Rangers are loaded up and down with talent. They are phenomenal. They are going to be a very, very tough out. Like I said, their roster up the down is just loaded. I think the Rangers have the best roster in the NHL. Doesn't always equate to winning, but believe it or not, guys, I'm going to take the Rangers to beat the Devils. I think this one's going to go 7 games as well. I do think the Rangers are going to beat the Devils. Okay, let's jump over to the Western Conference now. I know the Avs are down 0-1 in the series, but let's not freak out about it. They are still the defending Stanley Cup champions, and they are still insanely good. Brandon, they are just loaded from top to bottom, scoring young studs. They're going to be good for a long time. I'm going to basically say Cale Makar is probably the best defenseman in the NBA. It pains me to say this because being a Wings fan, it's rough seeing the Avs be good again. It really is. But I got to give credit where credit's due. They're the defending Stanley Cup champions, and they're very solid. Now the Kraken, I don't know too much about the Kraken. As a matter of fact, I don't really know if I know a single player on the Kraken. All I know is they are red hot right now. I think the Avs will be just fine. I think Cale Makar is still battling a little bit of an injury, especially if they get healthier. They're going to be a juggernaut to deal with. So give me the Avs in, I think, 6. Seattle win 2, but I think the Avs are going to take this one. Stars and a Wild. Alrighty, let's see here. So they got Dumba, who's a good defenseman. Galakowski, he's a veteran, a little bit older, still very good defenseman. Klingberg is a great A defenseman as well. Spurgeon. Freesoft, that's who I was forgetting about. Freesoft is an elite goal scorer. He had 30 plus goals, might have been 40, might have been 40 plus goals this year. A solid all-around player, young, up and coming, good goal scorer, an elite goal scorer. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with as well. Glendening, a good two-way forward, can play offense and defense. Joe Pavelski, like I said, I think he got hurt. Knows how to win, knows how to score. He's up there in age, but he's still a very solid player. By the way, Dallas might have the sweetest jerseys in the NHL. Those are awesome. I don't know too many of these other guys, but Brian Suter obviously is a stud. Has been for a long time, and both good. I would say Minnesota's a little bit better defensively, and I would probably give them the edge of goaltender. But offensively, man, Dallas is loaded there on stars and seven. Okay, we got Vegas and Winnipeg. So Vegas is still learning how to win. They're Jack Idle. They got Marcia Show, however the hell you pronounce it. Jack Eichel had a rough first game. Vegas kind of had a rough first game in the first go about it. 111 points. That's a damn good season. Who am I kidding? Got Pietrangelo, McNabb. Good, but he's old, and I think this is where Vegas is going to struggle. Is their goaltending. Now, if we go up to who they're playing against, Winnipeg. Winnipeg has been in the playoffs a lot recently. Blake Wheeler, Scheifele, Niederreiter. These guys are, same guy named Kyle Connor's a beast. He had a great game one. Winnipeg is, like I said, they're kind of a boring team. They kind of all you to. They're a good team. Connor Hellebuyck is an upcoming star as well. I think he's going to be 920 save percentage. That's damn good. And I think this is where you're going to see the first upset. Taking Winnipeg in 6. Winnipeg in 6. Beat the Vegas Golden Knights. Okay, now we got the Oilers and the Kings. If you don't know about the Oilers, then I don't know where the hell you've been. You've been sleeping under a rock. I mean, Lord have mercy, they had 300-point players. Connor McDavid is the best player in the NHL. He's insane. He's so freaking good. It's crazy. The Kings finished third in their division with 104 points. I do know the Kings are older, and I think they're going to struggle mightily. I think the age is going to catch the Kings. You know, they took game one. They had a nice comeback win against the Oilers. I'm worried about the Oilers still being a little bit young in the playoffs. McDavid's still learning his way. I know he's been in the league for a little while. Those darn Kings, man, they're tough. But I'm taking the Oilers. Give me the Oilers at 5. Let's go back to the Eastern Conference. We've got the Bruins and the Leafs. An original 6 matchup. Bruins got home ice advantage. This is going to be so much fun to watch. Physical hockey, back and forth. I'd give the advantage to, I don't know. I would give probably the advantage, special teams advantage to Toronto. Barely. Just barely. Boston still is too good for the Leafs to handle. And I think the Bees win it in 6. So I got the Bees going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Toronto's going to fall off. They are going to get off the bus. They're going to finally beat Tampa in 7. The Bees and the Leafs, an original 6 matchup in the semifinals, and the Boston Bruins are going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Got the Canes, the Rangers. Unfortunately, I think the Rangers are going to be too much for the Canes, and I think this is going to be a quick series. I think it's going to be the Rangers sweep. I think the Rangers are going to Rangers and Bees in the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's get over on to the Western Conference. So here we've got to have the Avalanche and the Stars. I think Dallas could actually give Colorado a little bit of a problem because they're young and fast. As the playoffs go on, I think Colorado's going to get healthier. So give me the Avs in 6 here as well. I think the Avs will beat Dallas in 6 games to move on to the Western Conference Finals. Now here, I've got Winnipeg and I've got the Oilers. The Canadian matchup, I think the Oilers' offensive firepower and their speed is going to be a little bit too much for Winnipeg. Give me the Oilers here, 6 as well. Here's what things get fun. I got an original six matchup here. Elite programs, two elite franchises here, and the New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins. I think everyone dreams of this matchup. This will be one for the ages, a super fun one. Goal scoring, hitting, physical. I got an upset here. I got the New York Rangers in 7, in beating Boston at TD Garden at home to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Very good team, very well coached. Give me the Rangers in 7 final Stanley Cup Final. If you guys all know from last year, this was a awesome playoff matchup. Last year when they played, I know the Avs won, but dude, it was back and forth goal scoring. I want to say there was like 10 goals scored in one game. It was crazy. This one's tough for me. If Cale Makar is fully healthy and if Landy's back, it's going to be tough for me to pick against the Avs. But I think this is the year Connor McDavid does it, puts it all together. The Oilers in 7 as well. We're going to have 7 games in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference Finals. The Conference Finals games are going to be awesome, guys. They're going to be freaking awesome. Give me the Oilers and the Rangers in the Stanley Cup Final. I mean, you got Connor McDavid going up against Zibanejad. This is the year that Connor McDavid gets his first ever Stanley Cup. The Edmonton Oilers are your 2023 Stanley Cup champions. Give me the Edmonton Oilers in 7 over the New York Rangers in a phenomenal high goal scoring Stanley Cup final. Well, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I believe the Edmonton Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup final this year. Connor McDavid's going to get his first ever cup. So, if you guys agree with me, leave a like, comment down below. Who do you guys think is going to win? Hit that subscribe button if you guys could, please. All support you guys give me is awesome. Any kind of support I get, I love. Appreciate you all. Have a great day.